And that's probably the bottom of that. They get oversold. And so we'll probably have a better day in gold and silver tomorrow as well as in shares, probably in commodities. Market's down over 100 points. What did that USDX end up? I saw it at plus 84.
It was up plus 87 at 78.37.
Ridiculous.
Yes.
3 days ago it was 85. No, 76.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I mean, you know, it's got manipulation written all over it. And that's why we've got to get the Fed out of business. Real important. I'm sorry my voice is a little gravelly today. I did 14 programs on Monday and Tuesday. And today I got a break. I only had 5. And so I'm a little stretched in the larynx.
You can do it.
Oh, really? Can you give me that in Italian?
Not yet.
How about La Dolce Vita?
Soon.
The Sweet Life. Actually, it's pronounced La Dolce. Dulce is sweet. So here we go here. We got a one from Macio. And Bob, could you please explain better for us? In your next radio talk, how can the same ruling elites, the Illuminati that created the crisis, lose everything at the same time, like us, supposedly, when they pull the plug? What do you mean, my God? Well, I think it was, he's got a little excited here. Maybe it's she, I don't know. But anyway, what these people do, because they control the banking system, they create, from time to time, recessions, depressions, and booms. And they don't lose everything like you do. They might lose 2/3 of what they've got. And then later they have a boom, they get back what they lost, and they gain another 30 or 40% in wealth. And here you are struggling, you know, you can't make it out of one end and into the other. So they will always have capital or the access to capital. So they're not going to get whacked the way we will, unless you're in the right investments. You people are in gold and silver related assets, so you don't have that problem. You're going to be sheltered. You're going to be able to retain wealth. And they do that as well. And they know all about history. And so they're not going to lose what you think they're going to lose, because they create this thing in the first place. It's their game. They've been doing it for centuries. I got one here from Mariana. And she has sent me an article. She says, funny but very sad, I think the Congress should be ousted immediately, and Mr. Obama right now proves the idiot does not read what he puts a signature to. And the article says, on Friday, and this is about 2 weeks ago, wrap up, the U.S. Congress gave back the state of South Dakota to the Oglala Sioux tribe. Reports have surfaced that an obscure bill, which is supposed to cede a 100-acre parcel of land in South Dakota back to the Sioux, had a small typographic error in the original copy, which accidentally ceded the entire state of South Dakota back to the Sioux. And our president signed the measure into law without reading it late on Friday, and on Saturday morning the Sioux began the process of taking over a number of uranium mines and oil fields. A group of South Dakota Republican state senators stated that the acts were illegal and the law obviously was a mistake. However, federal lawmakers are now on a 2-week recess, and so they can't put it right. And Marianne is right. These people should be kicked out of office. Now, let's finish the job. Let's finish the job. Brown won Massachusetts, not because he was a Republican. He won it because he ran against everything that most of the people in the Senate and the House have been voting for. And so let's get rid of them all, except for a handful. Let's do it. Let's save our country. And let's get after the Senate to pass the appropriations bill, leaving in H.R. 1207. And if we can do that, we can save America. If we can't do that, ladies and gentlemen, it's over. If you think things are tough now, you don't even have a tiniest idea of how bad they're going to get. And I think people now realize we have a Marxist in the White House, and in Congress we have Marxists, socialists, and fascists. We've got to get rid of them. They're all paid off, with the exception of a few, and we don't want it anymore. And so let's do it. Let's get it together. I don't have any more questions. Do you have any?
Yes, I do. Someone sent me a couple of links. I haven't had a chance to view them yet, but it was about stating about the gold and copper in Haiti. But due to unstable governments, the companies did not do a lot of exploration and or investment. Maybe that is why Obama was saying that the troop commitment to Haiti will be for a long duration. Barrick Gold Corps has an active site in the Dominican Republic, and Ivan would like you to comment on that, please.
Well, Ivan is absolutely correct. And it's not only that. They have iridium, oil, and they have gold as well. And the reason that the Bushes and the Clintons are in there sending your money will take care of the people, they're going to loot that. And then on top of that, they're going to loot the country. And they and Soros and a whole bunch of other illuminists want to rebuild the country. Well, that's why. They want to steal the natural resources and ship all the Haitians over to Florida. Yep. Now, then Brad brings into the question, why did the whole island have an earthquake and not just one section of it? So there's a possibility that our government may have used HAARP to make it all happen. I'm just guessing, but it's logical. If you look at, we're finding out now, what they've got. They had bauxite for years, which is used to make aluminum, and they ran out of it. And so I think that's what they're after there, and I think that's what that's all about.
You know that one reporter, that Sasha, that Russian person, that Russian gal who does all these
let me tell you something.
She's about
I won't
20%.
even read it. It's just full of propaganda.
Absolutely. But I had someone call me today saying that she was writing about an earthquake experiment that has gone bad. So that kind of goes into your play about it coming from HAARP. And
the possibility is there. We'll probably never know.
No. We won't.
Unless honest people take over the government and open up the files to find out. And there's a possibility of that. We got to do it. If we don't do it, we're doomed. I mean, great-grandchildren of people my age right now are going to be in bondage, and grandchildren. I mean, there's going to be nothing left of America. I mean, all the jobs that we've lost, some 8 million to offshoring, outsourcing, and free trade and globalization. And it's still going on. There's no way we can recover without implementing tariffs. Very, 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 very important. And, of course, none of the newsletter writers want to talk about it because it's not free trade. What a bunch of idiots. I can't believe it. You know, America had tariffs for over 200 years. And they helped make America a prosperous country. And they were fair. I mean, if you built a widget in the United States that cost $1, and the widget cost 50 cents to be made in China, then Chinese, if they wanted to sell widgets in the United States, would have to pay a tariff of 50 cents on each widget. And then they could both price at the same level, and people could buy the widget that they thought was best. There's nothing wrong with that.